Okay, I don't know what happened to the last stream. The Wi-Fi magically died. Let's go. The supplier gives you access. Who is the supplier? Yeah, I don't know what happened to the last stream. Yeah, the Wi-Fi sometimes dies for no explainable reason. It just goes offline for like 20 minutes is word. Usually goes offline for a few minutes, but not 20. Hello. Who is the supplier? There's a lot of notifications. The same glitch bot somewhere else. Heroku. Digital Ocean. So let me just add something. Let me advertise another bot. Let me log in. Let me double log in. Okay. YT Digital Ocean DL YT DL. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get distracted. I wanna add something. Oh, I've moved them all. Never mind. We're not gonna get distracted. See? This is how you add a custom command. 2PG. Currently a paid feature. Should probably make it something unpaid. I don't know. Okay, so it's this one. So it just says that. Boom. So I can just reply with wrong server, but there we go. So I can just type YTDL and then it does that. YT Digital Ocean. Okay, cool. So, if we refresh this, we have 1 vote. Yay. That is what we want. So, total votes 1. That's what we want. Okay. Log. Let's see the log. Okay, the log will work when we get this done. Widget. Okay, we need to fix the widget. Environment. I don't know if you will get delist, to be honest. I doubt that. Widget. Interesting. we have our widget here. Cool. Not sure why the description is very long. Okay, let's fix this. That's what it looks like so far. Add. Okay, so add guild component. Going on to the good part now. When we type marked, I think there is a slight problem here. Can I read get doc simple MDE? Okay. So the problem is navigate to guild listing, we need to change that. Cool. Guidelines, where are the guidelines at? Just guidelines, there we go, bing. Add. So we add and we're getting errors. Add guild. What is the problem? Oh. Hi. Yeah. And the last stream died. Let me test the widgets. I just wanted to hear that noise. Okay, so let's go into guild preview. And let's go in, let's fix this. So guild.name. It's not a username. It's not username. It's name. So now save guild card component, and you change that to, so name, we should change this where it says invite, we'll find that, invite, so it's not listing, it's just that. No errors, oh, one error, guild card. That's right, saved guild.invite. And we also need to add that here. That's good. Now, what I was considering is maybe having the guild document here. I don't know. Guild document. It might be hard to achieve. Okay. Instead of having this IntelliSense there. That's important. Okay. Let's see how it works. So, recently bumped. I want to get the top servers to work. How do I get the top servers to work? Wow. Guild service. Also, please type something if you're watching. Ah, mouse. My 5-year-old mouse. Type something. There we go. Yeah, my mouse is 5 years old. It still works. It's a very interesting mouse. We are watching. Okay, nice. That sounds ominous as well. But yeah, cool. Well, the mouse has broke before, but I think I manually unbroke it. Like a £20 repair in this currency. Yeah. So. Okay, so I think the cards here are pretty hefty. Maybe. New description set, that's what it says. Okay. Loser problems, cannot read name of undefined. Guild preview, okay. Let's reopen that. Let's remove this. Cool. This is the server. We have a rocket button here. This rocket button is very relevant to the website actually, as you'll see soon. I assume you've seen the rocket button before. It's on Dbots. I think this is actually better than Dbots in my opinion. Because of the rockets, just because of the rockets. The theme, it has a much better theme. Like, Dbots is a bit plain, and the font's not set properly. It has tags though. It's pretty cool. You're watching, and the stream is laggy. The tunnel effect is really cool. Goes on forever. Cool. The chat, yeah, it's called the delay, I guess. Latency is the correct word. So if I type test, it updates here, and then if I add your tags, the tags, it shows 3, the top 3, and then you can search it. I manually added this search. I haven't added this. This is only local to Dbots, this search select feature. I'm gonna have 100 characters in length because a guild is less there's less to it. Do you think we should hi do you think the guild here, the body, how do you think that should be required? Or do you think it should be optional? The description. Required, okay. It's just gonna be this. Required. What about any particular minimum length? I think I'll just leave that minimum length of 1. Just they type anything. So they can have anything there, I guess. No. Okay. What do you think? Minimum length of just one character. 250. Hold on. I mean, the more they write, the better the SEO boost. I mean, it's not required here, actually. There's not much I can write about this server, to be honest. So I just spammed URLs in there. I think it's required, but I'm just gonna have no minimum length because Disboard doesn't have it. Because database doesn't overload. Okay, I'm just gonna have it just required for now. They have to write something. Hopefully it's not spammy. Yeah, the overview required. Body is required. Okay. So the overview can be any length. So max length, not any, just 0 and 128. Maybe that's a bad idea, actually. We have a slight inconsistency here. Never mind. Basically, Disboard does not have an overview but has a description instead. That's the inconsistency. But yeah. Okay. So the overview is required, the description is also required. Required. It should be less than. That's what the card shows, basically. You know, name of undefined. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Let me fix this. Bing. Cool. Filtered tags. This needs to be called. Oh no, that's just for never mind. Dot name. Where is dot name? One of them. Interesting. So if I refresh real quick, cannot read properties set validators of null. That's it. Set validators. Where's that? Set. Oh, there's no guild ID, so it's fine. Cool, no errors. We're getting no errors. Add a server. Let's try that. It throws an error right now. Let's edit. Okay. These widgets here need to be fixed. Preview. Let's see. New description. 100 votes. Default icon. Created by... who knows? Let's fix that. Preview. Okay, so saved guild. Who is the creator here? Saved guild. Get. No, that's not possible. Equals get or ID. When we edit, that's what we want to change. So edit guild, I believe I had that. Okay, I didn't specify that here. Cool, now created by ADAMJR, that's cool. 1 vote. Server. It's an interesting name, to be honest. Okay, what is the problem? Wow, add guild, hold on. Guild preview and then guild equals, oops, guild. Let's see what that looks like. Floppy do test server, that works. Cool. Okay. So we can view it here, that works, that's nice. Okay, let's see if the join works without logging me out. Okay. Maybe. I'll assume it does work. Yep, and we want top servers to work, that's what we were trying to get. So, get top guilds. Dot filter or sort. I'm going to sort them by g dot votes dot length. There we go. A B. We'll use A B instead. So descending, I believe. Let's make sure that actually works. Top. So guild's top. Tag. So search wrapper. Let's go in there. So we want the top guilds. Now guilds component. That's the one. Top. What it says top. So get top guilds. That's by default. Interesting. Oh, we have a nested if going on here. And var. This is treason right here. This is absolute treason, but let's set tag layout. If this dot tag set tag layout, that That is treason, I guess. Set tag layout. What are we missing? Duplicate duplicate function declaration. Set tag layout. Load tag layout. Cool. Let's just name it that. Why not? So, if this dot tag Bing or Bing, that's what we can do. I'll kick you from D-list and join using it. It's on localhost, so what I can do is, okay, actually, right, yeah, try that, kick me. Now join with this, hold on. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna rejoin using this. Don't ban me though. Oh, it worked. Okay, cool. Now, that's good. Okay, thanks. Okay. Right, okay, so I want to talk about custom JavaScript, because why not? The badges works here, so why are we not going to add custom JavaScript? Well, because I think this looks good enough how it is, and also I was also thinking of adding custom CSS, but I'm not going to do that. Probably not. That can be added though. Okay, why do we not add? Why do we not add? I forgot what the name was. Pokemon. Okay. Is that how you spell Pokemon? I don't know. It's like, I forgot. Let's find a bot with custom CSS and just to prove the point. This looks cool. That looks, they've done it right here actually. Custom JavaScript, that's what it is, I think, or HTML, that's what it is. That gives me an idea actually. Hold on. Gives me an idea. Gives me an idea. So, let me type something. Let me embed something. I'm getting distracted here. HTML embed. I forgot how. Embed source. Cool. And then let's add. What I can do is source. I think you can use embeds in this. I want to try that, but I'm using it in here. I think this uses marked or something similar. Yeah, embeds could work. So, commands. So I'm gonna try that actually, see what happens. So, preview. Okay, so we'll get there. Text HTML. Do we need that? Will that work on its own? View this. I don't know what that means. Let's try it with a button here. See if it works. Let's preview. So HTTPS 3pg.xyz commands. Why not? Okay, something is not quite right. So it's not text HTML, I don't think. Interesting. Embed page HTML, I forgot. iframe. Forgot how to HTML, so I've literally forgot. Okay, iframe. What am I doing? I haven't really used an iframe. I don't really use them. Interesting. Do they not work here? I don't know. Let's see. No, they are not. They're not usable here, I guess. Okay. Let me see if that actually works here though. It's just an idea. Look at that. That's good enough. Submit that. Cool. Okay. So let's make sure these widgets work. Widget URL. Okay. So it's just endpoint and then Bing. Oh, this isn't a valid widget URL. This.id, this.form.id, value.id, or just some random one. We'll use this guild URL as a placeholder. So if no ID is specified, which there should not be, should be or. There we go. Then dlist.xyz is used. It's pretty cool. So there we go. Now, want to make sure that we can update, we can edit. So edited overview, edited overview. That has been edited. Why not? Tags, that's all the tags. I think it can only have 5 max tags. Okay, it gives an interesting error. But did it work? No. Gave an interesting error. Let's find out what the interesting error was. What was this interesting error? Okay, so when we update it, so it's put guild routes dot put. That's the edit, right? Or it's I think that's correct. So it's or dot patch. I named it patch, no. Routes. User routes put. Where is it? Dot put. We will look for it. What? Oh, it's here. So we can put. This is send an edit request if you will. Listing. Save bot and changes. What is this? Oh. Okay. What about the ID? Oh yeah, the ID is created there. So, listing. Get rid of that. There we go. We're just going to. There we go. Refresh. Log the error. Don't know what's doing. That might work, might not. Edited overview. I'll just try that again. I have broken something actually. It half updated. Let's see why it half updated. Oh. Okay. Yeah, this has been updated 3 times. Oh, that's the document. Okay. Has flags. Okay. So. Apparently the ID is not found or something. This.form.value.id. So we want to set the ID dynamically. That's the point. Okay, let's do that. So how do we know what guild we're talking about? That's the hard part. So we're gonna have a guild selector here, I've decided. Now, where can we get a guild selector? Where have I made a guild selector before? 6PG dashboard, I believe, in music. So, dashboard, music module right here. And HTML, it's in here. So, I have a guild selector right here. So it's going to select a guild to add. I think that's the best approach. Okay. Bing. Select a server. Guilds. So where is guilds? Guilds is not defined actually. So get guilds, return this.guild, service.guilds, there we go. User guilds more accurately. Now we've added a... Oh, we haven't saved. Okay, no guild ID form control, that's why. So it's just ID. So we have one server. Wow. So this is kind of pointless. We want all guilds actually. I don't think that's gonna have a desired result, which it doesn't. So manageable guilds, that's what we actually want. Manageable guilds that can be managed. I don't believe that we have that yet. User guilds is the guilds that are saved. Yeah. Interesting. So when we select a server, we want to get, what if they're not in the server? We need to check if whether the bot is in the server. That's a precondition. An interesting thing actually with this implementation, if we refresh the guilds, hold on, don't know what that was, but user saved guilds. I want to check something real quick. User and then key, and then get our key real quick. Local storage get item key. Paste that in. Is that what we want? No, it's not what we want. Interesting. Oh, okay, so that's not good. We don't want saved, we want so that, what is this server? This is a filtered server. Will you be able to host this on any database and any web server? Any database. I don't know how you'd accomplish that, but yeah. MongoDB plus any web server. Yeah. Okay. So if we do select a server, the widget changes. probably thunder. That's probably thunder. It's not even raining. Okay, so do you think we should remove this widgets thing? Do you think this widgets is taking up too much space? It can already be accessed from here. Do you think we should remove this from here? Let me know your opinion. If we should remove this from this page. That's it. I think it's too long. No, I didn't get scared. I was interested in what it was. It doesn't look very scary outside, to be honest. It looks a bit... It's like... It's fun. Apparently it's thunder, but the sky isn't very... It's like the sky is out, but there's like a huge cloud over there. It's interesting. It's not dark outside, it's really light. Okay. Do you think we should remove this? So remove it from the edit thing. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit silly, to be honest. I can remove it from adding as well, which I'll do. If you want. I think it takes up too much space. Yeah, that's much better. So tags, I'm going to move tags right at the top here. So tags. So overview, I'm going to push this aside, or down here somewhere, I guess. So also, yeah, select a server, that will be the big one. Col 12, I think nested column, that could work. Col 12, yeah. So we're gonna have I don't like what's going on here. There's padding in weird places. Okay, so we get rid of the padding there. So we type px0. Yep, and then we're gonna add something here. Like bot must be in guild or something. Select a server, and that will not be... Should we make that, put a star there, that will be required. Cool. I don't think it adds a star there. Oh. Required. There we go. Much better. Edit 4PG, select a server, that's small brain. We need to have ngif, not editing. If it's a new one, then we want to do that. Otherwise it would not make any sense, to be honest. Okay. So when it's changed, when So when this changes, this specific form field here, guild equals, no, guild equals, I'm going to say here, guild, this equals the guild in here, but that's going to be problematic because user guild, I guess. User guild or guild equals user guild. So on change, hopefully that works. Manageable guilds. How do we get that to work? Or we can also have manage is a word. Okay, there we go. So, manageable guilds. The problem is, when we originally get the guilds from here, like when we get the guilds, we have to do it twice, and that's going to result in rate limiting. So, what we do, we're going to have user guilds equals user guilds, like that. Just const user guilds, and then we're also going to have something else. That's not going to work. User, or we can have because here, when we type localhost 3000 API/guilds, okay, so we have saved and we have guilds. That's what we want. So saved, or just guilds, saved and guilds, yeah. And then we want manageable. Cool. So, similar to that, really. So, and then we set it here, this dot user save guilds. And then this dot manageable guilds. Saved guilds, let's have that, like that, guilds, saved, cool. And now when we go into, we need to change that, it's not going to work. Bing, so get, and then slash user. Oh, and bots is wrong as well. Guilds. Slight problem here. Get manageable guilds. Okay. Interesting. The problem is, there is a problem. Hold on. So, saved, I think we can remove that now. Saved. Key, where's key? Okay, hold on. User routes, let's see. Get saved, that gets the saved user, that's fine. Okay, never mind. So, saved, just type guilds, and then save guilds was await guilds dot get all. We make that. gets all the saved ones, owner ID. Or just get manageable, I think. Guilds. Ah. So we get the manageable saved guilds. So no. Let's copy that. It's hard to say. That's also interesting. Hold on. User guilds. So user guilds is the user guilds is what appears here down the sidebar. Manageable guilds is what all guilds that the user has, I guess. And then get manageable, and the manageable is the same thing, I guess, but saved. I want to edit this. I want to see what I did. No. Okay, what did I do? User saved. That's a very interesting command. Apparently I type that in. /saved. What? Okay. I'm gonna set that as users. Const users thing. Okay, also get manageable, no filter at all, apart from off user. And then now what? Now we add get manageable guilds. So off client.get user, cool. Get manager. Oh, this returns the sidebar guilds. I'm getting confused. Coming up with new words right now. All manageable. So technically it gets the manageable guilds. I've already confused myself here. Interesting. Right, I'm gonna ask something. Okay. So, should I have it so that the user does not need to add a server, but the server config thing is automatically created. So there's an automatic preset here. This preset when it joins, and they can edit it. That would be much simpler. And then they won't have to select a server. Do you think that's a good idea? Instead of having to add it, it would remove a lot of logic and complexity. So it's automatically created for them. So it's, and then they can just edit it. So they just have to type a command and it creates a server for them in the guild. Invite the bot, then type a command, and then edit it here. Do you think that's a good idea? Yeah. Like Discord. Guilds. Okay. Basically, to create a guild, to create a server, add the bot, then type like dl.create. No, just add the bot and it creates it. Just add the bot. So basically you don't have to, so if I invite Disboard, right? I just add a server and it automatically creates one when it joins, and then you can edit it. Yeah. Is that a good idea? That's all they do. If they add the bot, it's a default is created. I think we can make it like Discord is. So we can show what guilds they're in. Hang on. Okay, be right back for like 10 minutes. Hold on. Be right back 10 minutes. And then let them choose a guild they want to edit. Yeah, I have an idea, but I'll get onto that later. Be right back. That was slightly longer than 10 minutes, but I got distracted, I guess. Okay, I like your idea, and I'm gonna add it. Let's undo what I've done here. So, we're gonna display all the guilds the user is in, I guess. That's what we're gonna do here. Cool. There we go. So let's add, validate. Okay, so bot.guilds IDs includes bot.getManageable, bot.users.cache.get. Cool. I haven't done this with any other bots really that I've made or apps. So what we can do is, I'm going to test if this works. So IDs equals saved guilds. What we can do actually is await off client dot get guilds and then ID. Okay. Pass in the key. Okay. That's a better implementation. Off guilds, you can call it. There we go. Now we can remove this selector server. And what we can also do is remove ID from listing. We don't need that anymore. And then we can also remove widget URL. Or we can have that anyway, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, your idea was better than mine. Mine was trash. Sometimes my ideas are trash, but there we go. So now, I want all guilds to appear here. All of my guilds to appear there. So how do I make that happen? Hello, if you are here, I want to hear a specific noise. There we go. So now if we refresh, off guild.map does not function. Why is that happening? Because I forgot to await it, I think. Did I? No. Off client.get guilds key. Off guilds map. There's a problem with the type. It returns something that's incompatible. Guilds to JSON, that's weird. Returns object, interesting. Let's see what guilds is, off guilds. So what is off guilds right here? It's a map, so let's see if new map, let's see if map.map, that makes no sense. Map.array. I want to make an array out of the map. Interesting. Array dot from new map. So new map A equals B. I think that's a map. No, A some comma B. That's a weird syntax somewhere. A comma B. Array 2 has an array length of 2, does it? Is that an array within an array? That's a nested array. Interesting. Okay, so I believe that's going to have an array of arrays more accurately. Let's try that. B does not make sense in this case. So, off guilds. IDs, we want, oh, undefined, cool. Entries. So, dot entries, or we can just type off guild dot entries. I think that will work. And then if a map has entries, new map dot entries, that's cool. That's an array, right? I don't know, we'll find out. Entries is the key, I assume. That's what we want anyway. So array from this. Let's refresh and see if that works. It should. Okay, cool. Now what are the IDs? We have an array here. Keys. We want keys. I don't know if that's valid. New map.keys. Okay, it's being weird. Why is it being weird? Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's what we want. That's exactly what we want, I believe. Cool. So it returns a lot of guilds. That's what we want anyway. Cool. And now we remove the breakpoint and restart here. So that returns all of the guilds. If we refresh, you will see, you should see, an interesting thing appear on my screen. Which is where if the guild, okay, guild sidebar, I've messed something up. Hold on. Okay, so we want... what did I miss? Okay, I'm here. Hello, I'm back. What did I miss? Nothing. Okay, yeah, pretty much. What is sidebar? So we go on sidebar. And we copy sidebar if there is no icon. I messed that up for some reason. Bing. Yay, look at that. Fixed. Okay, so if there is no guild here, this is the idea. If there's no guild component, if no guild, so section ng if no guild, please invite lol, I don't know, please invite. So there's still errors here. Guild component guild-component.ts. So if no ID, return. Just do that. Actually, no, we don't want to do that because there is an ID. If no guild or this dot stats, if no this dot stats or that's it basically. Return. No guild, return. I don't know why I said or, but there we go. So it's doing this. We don't want that. And okay. This dot if. Okay, we're gonna do something here. Utils. Export function is snowflake snowflake ID, and then we pass in the string, and then we do okay, we go up here. And then where is the ID snow? Where is it? Oh, I don't need to copy it. So return regex symbol. I think this is it. So 0 to 9. So D 18. Start to finish. Dot test. If it's a number, if 18 numbers start to finish, just return if that's a thing. So is valid snowflake. If is valid, also else if, so I keep messing this up, is valid snowflake ID, so else if this dot guild. There we go, that's it. So if I type something in here, Apparently it does not like that. It goes back to dashboard. Interesting. What I can do I can type debugger and that will open the Chrome debugger. As you can see, as you will see. Should do, but I'm not debugging with Chrome. That's interesting. Oh, I am now. Okay, so it's alternative to via Visual Studio. So I type debugger, and then I add something here. What is the value of ID? That's correct. That's what we want. Let me test regex101.com. So how long has this stream been? Nearly 2 hours. I think we've nearly been streaming for 4 hours, if I am correct. Maybe a lot longer. That should pass. Okay. That should not pass like that. There we go. Cool. That is a valid snowflake. We'll add a breakpoint here. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. And then play. Maybe that's the wrong button. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't really used Chrome debugging that often. But there we go. You can also do it within Visual Studio, but the setup's slightly worse, I guess. So if it's just a random string as the ID, so if we type servers/gibberish, it does not like that. But if we type servers, if we type a valid ID, hold on, dashboard/servers. So if we type gibberish like that, it should go back to dashboard. That's good. If we type a valid ID right there, it should not do that. Hang on. Cool. So what are we missing? This should work. It does work for some reason. This does not work. That's what we want to make it say, please invite me to your guild, and then have a button there. Uninvited, please add, or something. That's what we want to have, basically. Not invited, please add. There we go. Oh! Return, I'm just gonna return there. Just in case. Okay. I think I'm being a bit of a special snowflake, but cursor pointer. We could do with a cursor pointer here. Guild icon, okay. Yeah. So let's check something. Sidebar. Let's add it manually here. Interesting. It's being weird right now. Maybe there could be something over it, blocking it. There we go. Seemed to fix things. Instantly goes to dashboard. That's not what we want. Let's see what this does. Instantly goes. Oh, this is the one that's messing up. That's why. So we click on there. Good. We click on there. Please invite lol. Okay. Another thing, guild sidebar. Oh. So we're just gonna edit this please invite lol thing. Container, so container. Dot jumbotron dot p dot lead then we have a button here, button. And then that is button btn maybe, and then we'll just have that as invite. So plus circle invite, add is more accurate. And then add, and then that should. So that should. Hold on. That will. Not a router link. We want href dynamic. Discord.gg / whatever the authorization link is. So that will be, if you can easily do that by typing invite, I believe, or add, whatever I called it. I think it's still there somewhere. Get off service. API routes. Login. So we only have a login here for some reason. Oh, I removed it because it's dbots and it doesn't have a bot that can be invited publicly. It doesn't have a public bot. So what we do, let's find it here. Login or invite. It is invite. Yep, permissions. So to get the permissions, we get Discord permissions calculator. That's what we do. Cool. We only want 3 permissions, I believe, which are these? 2065. I think that we should move this to here instead of being an API/invite. We should move it here. Cool. And now when we click on localhost 3000/invite, I believe, or add. Change. I need to refresh. I think. Yeah, invite. That'll do. We invite. So we can add it. 1pg. These are the permissions. That's good. That's what we want. So we open this in a new tab as well to complete. So target. So you can just type /invite. I'm gonna have arguments here. And guild ID rec.query.id. Yeah. And then let's restart. And then we type ID there. There we go. So now, if we look at the href, I don't think you can have a href on a button, to be honest. Doesn't work. So target is blank. Blank. Also, A, and then we add, just have an A tag here, like that. Invite, and then I've messed that up. ID. There we go. So invite ID. That's the wrong address. So we're gonna refactor that. Invite URL. So get invite URL. Bing return. Return, and then this.id, now when we press add. Okay, I forgot to change this again. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna paste it here instead. So it's gonna be /API/invite. Now, if I go in here, okay, it says guild ID, it sets it to here basically, automatically, like that. Okay, almost 5 hours. I took enough breaks, I think. Oh, okay. So, okay, there we go. The bot is not in the server. Add. Okay. So. So when I invite, so rec.query, I'm going to make this dynamic. There we go. It's a very long string. So I want it to redirect back to the server page. But that's not necessary actually. Hold on. My brain has stopped working at this point. Usually does that now. This time. Okay. So I want it to add in a separate tab here, which it does, that's fine. Cool. And then let's say we add it to a specific server, test2. Cool, now we close this, refresh. Should be in test2, so we check if it is actually in test2. Which is probably down here. It didn't actually go into test2, which is fine. For RPG, oh, it is. So it is in this server, but it does not have it doesn't have one of these, which is a listing. So when it joins the server, I want it to automatically create a listing. So if I type DL bump, it creates a listing. If you see, it should create a listing, but it gives loads of problems, loads of errors. We'll check that out. So stats, bing, bing. Why the stats null? Because the stats are null because this updates at specific intervals. That is why. Okay, so maybe so this updates automatically, so I guess when a guild is created, a listing, guild listing, stats, this dot stats dot update values, we update it there. Observer pattern. So we get stats. Super. Okay, cool. So now we need to make this asynchronous. Listing.id, I got rid of that, didn't I? What is wrong? We have a circular dependency, I believe. Oh, we do. Oh, we do. Basically, guilds is dependent on stats, and stats is dependent on guilds. Might be. Yeah, it is. So it does not handle circular dependencies well. Okay. So, how we can avoid that is, I think we can have an event. One way is we can have an event that says guild created, which is listened to in here, which would remove the dependency to stats. And then instead of this, we can have an emitter in bot, I guess. And then we can have like emitter emitter, event emitter. So then import emitter from utils or something. Emitter, I think. That's it. It is event emitter. I'm a scrub. So what that can do, what that means is events, not util. It's a built-in package to Node.js. So we get bot, so we import it. Dot emit, and then we emit guild create and saved guild create. We can also pass in the guilds, which will be more efficient. If we pass in the guild as an argument. So we pass in we should pass in the saved guild. And then we're just going to emit this with the saved guild. Hold on. Hello. Finally someone said something. Okay. Okay, so we emit this event, saved guild create. And then this is a custom event. In stats, what we can do is type in constructor, type this dot. I believe that is there a destructor in JS? Constructor, like what? So so this is what I'm doing. What you are looking, oh, there's only one instance. That's with the dependency. There's only one instance throughout the whole program, so it's really not going to make a memory leak, to be honest. This probably isn't if there's one instance of it throughout the whole program lifespan. So emitter dot on guild create save guild create, and then on that we specify a callback, which is passed in. So we get the saved guild here. You can literally just this dot save guild stop push. So we can just push the saved guild and that should work, instead of having to re-get everything from the database. That's the most efficient way anyway. There we go. And now we don't have a circular dependency anymore. Cannot read on of undefined, so emitter from bot. What is the problem? Okay. Is emitter undefined? That's interesting. I think it's as if, let's see if this changes anything. That works. I think it's because API import. I think this is being called before it's initialized. So we can just do that, I guess. That should do the trick. So, test null. That's interesting. There it is. But we're going to delete this. So we view listing, and then we delete. Hopefully it should delete. Now it's gone. Bot is not in the server. But it is in the server. There's a guild, but no saved guild. Interesting. So if it deletes, what I'm going to do is the bot's going to leave the server. So if we delete a guild, then so we delete it from the database, then we just leave like that. And so okay, so in test 2 here, also in when the guild add, I think something handler, but when the guild when the bot joins a guild, so it's like join, guild, it's something weird, guild create. What do I call it? Something weird. Handlers. Guild create. That is a weird name, but that's when the bot joins the guild. So, in handlers, we copy one of these. Guild create handler.ts. So another thing we can do is it's already done, never mind, so it's fine. So what we do is we create a saved guild automatically, so it can be edited. So what we do, so this is what we do, we create a new guild. So guilds.get message, that's it. They're not message. Guild is created here. then remove imports not used. Should work. So I do not believe it's in the server right now. Test 2, that's the one. So if we go in general here, yeet. So apparently 4PG is in this server somewhere. Did I? No. It's the wrong server. Interesting. Okay, so now if I refresh here, test, there is a guild with stats. That is what we want. So now when we delete the server, if we view, I want the bot to leave. I didn't press anything. Delete. And it's gone. Now we can refresh. I genuinely do not know where the server has gone. It may have been removed from the cache. I'll be right back. Yay, okay. Which is interesting. I think delete is just going to remove it from the database, I guess. That's good enough. So if no saved guild, the bot is not in the server. Okay, guild server. Okay. So now if we go in here, obviously I need to restart the bot because there are problems here. Let me re-log in. I don't know where the servers have gone. I have no idea where the servers, they were here, but now they're not. So it's going to href. Yeah, we want to remove that that altogether, and it's gone. Let's remove new. So, yeah, they create a new guild by typing commands. D-invite command, that creates a guild. Okay, so invite the bot. What does that do? Nothing right now. Need an A. Apparently, it does not like that. Don't know why this is formatted very weirdly. What? Very interesting. Alternative to n. Hold on. Yeah, alternative to an anchor tag. Scale. So you can just use a form instead, and it will get this URL. It should do when it's set up properly. Thinks it's an angular form. It's a bit weird. But we want to make this a submit button. We actually want to make this a type submit, I guess. I don't know if that's gonna work. Role submit. Role submit. I don't think that's a role. Might be. That's quite a large tooltip. Oh, so what else we can do is click, and then that could work, probably won't work. Oh, it does not work. This is very weird. I don't know what this is. Looks messed up. Okay. Gonna try that ng form. There we go. Let's see if that works. f.submit ng submit. That's interesting. What? Form ng form dot submit. How do I submit it? My brain is dead now, and I feel randomly tired. I'm trying to avoid CSS issues using a form. This is an awful way to do it. I don't want to use an anchor tag, because I get weird things. So we need to fix these problems here. Whatever this means. The A. Getting weird. Some interesting. It's mat side nav A styles. This is the problem. Does that work? Apparently, to some extent, that works. I don't know what this padding margin is. Cool. I think that actually looks better than if it had than this, don't you think? Do you think we should keep it like that? Okay, hang on, do it back. believe we're coming close to the end. Okay. Yeah, I was temporarily dead. But there we go. We're nearly done. Well, we have 4 main things to do. Is fix this. Docs. That's one of them. Docs. Complete docs. Change log. Instructions. Etc. Add tags. We need to add tags. Tags. Add tags. So 1, 2, 3. We could do with. So what sounds cool? So how many does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 20. I want 20 tags. Is that good enough? 20 tags. Can you get 20 tags? Come up with tag ideas. We need tags. Better footer and header. That would take a while. Better footer. That's how. Okay, it looks. There's a problem here. Okay, so if I set this background URL to. Okay, header, cool, background image. And then URL, look, there's a divide here. If there's a way to. Bruh. I want to see what it looks like actually. So you sent me some image. So, Pappy. Or I have this image here. There we go. Bing. Okay, there is a slight problem here. If I want to have that. Oh, that does look pretty cool now. Don't you think? That does look cool. Does look cool. It would involve you doing an image editing thing if you want this, because I want this waves thing to blend in a bit. How am I gonna do that? Actually, no. Watch this. Search wrapper. Watch this. I think there's a little trick we can do. Which is, watch this. That looks very strange and cool at the same time. Looks like it's twisting around. It looks like it's twisting around a bit. Very interesting. Also, we lost the background URL, didn't we? Lost the background. So we have this image here. Background. So we have header, search wrapper, CSS. So we have header, background image, and then paste this in. Tell me if you like this when I finish it. If you do, then we need to change things there. Hold on. Top waves. And then there's going to be top waves. And then this will be background. Background secondary, which is the color I believe. Or tertiary, one of them. that's not the one. Tertiary. There we go. Is that the one? Is this... What? What also we can do is... What also we can do, that's... It's not really English. Okay, so... What also we can do is... I don't even know what language that is, but there we go. We can... move that up a bit. Okay, it looks weird, by the way. Does that look weird? I don't think it works. Just looks really strange. You know what we can do is blend the opposite of that, which is is there a way to make it work? Well, you can have that if you want, but there's no waves. It removes the waves. So, does it look better without the waves is the question. Waves at the bottom, or waves... Give me a sec. So we remove the waves, remove these waves. Does it look better like that? I think not. No, it doesn't work. Okay, it's fine. Now what? Search wrapper, Bing. I don't know what I just did. Background color. Or there's another option, which is just remove the waves altogether if you don't like the waves. If you don't like the waves, you can just like get rid of them. And so about without the waves, let's see. So we can have stars up here if you want. Does that sound like a good idea? Stars up there. Or do you like the waves? So have the whole thing being a star field, if you want to call it that. Do you think that's a good idea? There's a black background blend. Okay, do you think we should remove the waves from the top and have it so the stars go up here instead? Like the planet, it just stretches up here. I'll show you that first. I'll show you that. So, we get rid of the waves and then subtract the space. So what I mean is, that's what I mean, by the way. Does that look cool? Does that look cool? I think that looks cool in my opinion. But we only have the waves at the bottom. I think that's better. I think at the top it looks a bit weird. But not that I hate that, not that I don't like this. It's cool in this one, but this is a different design, you see. I think this looks better. And the waves at the bottom. Yeah, and then we can have asteroids here as well. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Let's put things there then. We can have more meteors, I guess. Meteor 4, let's add some more meteors. Let's make it more complex than it actually is. I want to have it random, so it appears at random places. So, times random 3. So this is the benefit of SCSS. Plus descent. That's right, term expected. So, what? We don't have to use percent. We can use view height. We can use bottom, top, px. We can use px, that will do. So random times 3, 100 times then view height. We can have view height. So it can random within the view height. Random. It can be 3 view heights max. Hang on. Are we having CSS issues here? Apparently so. That's a problem. What? Interesting events are happening, so yeah. Actually, we don't need to do that. What we can do is undo that. That's what we can do. Might be working. Let's find out. There's only one way to test, which is not that. Search wrapper. I'm being distracted heavily here. Let's have some more meteors. It's interesting because random meteors come on the screen. I think we should also sort these. We have way too many of them. Okay, 3. We have a lot of meteors going on. Okay. Make the header more vibrant. A gradient at the top, that's more vibrant. Yeah, because on here, the header's like the opposite of more vibrant, it's darker. Do you think we could have like a beam of light? Like it's darker down here and it's lighter up here. Hold on. What is this? What is this? What is this? That is not correct. Interesting. Maybe that could be a rock on its own. That could be a rock. So like a gradient on top of a gradient. That's interesting. Because we already have a gradient here. I guess we can make the header a separate gradient that overlays this instead of altering the background, making it a weird type of gradient. Find the best, okay. Gradient creator CSS. Let's see about that. Let's see. So background color here, we should not abandon this. Gradient. So grey. Let's say that's more vibrant, which it isn't. CSS gradient. Vertical gradient, I believe. Zero. There we go. 0. So it goes from transparent to some blue color, I guess. Yeah. We can change that to like background something. So it goes primary, secondary, which is darker. That will work. So here, so var background secondary, I think. So we go from dark to light, I believe. I'm not sure though. will work. Nearly. Transparent. Whoa, actually looks half decent. Look at that. Look at that. Does that look cool? Does that look cool? Is that worth the pain? Yes, it does. Okay, that's decent then. I don't know what this is though. I think the gradient looks weird on my background. I think that's just how gradients are in CSS. You know what we are missing though? Some sort of parallax background, but do stars parallax? I've never added parallax in CSS, so that might be a hard one. I might struggle. It's an interesting asteroid. I might struggle with the parallax. I think it can go like move slightly. I don't know though. Parallax cursor. So it moves very slightly with the, yeah. So it does a bit of that really, but it goes, but the horizontal is also an aspect. As you can see, this is only X. I think this is only X. I want Y as well. So just to hover a bit. Something like this. Oh my god, what have I found? This is so cool. It's like the rockets all over again. What do you think? Does that look cool? May have downloaded the source code or something. For some reason it's JS. Okay, that's cool. So interesting. Permission override would be needed to execute a custom command, because it just executes a different command under a different name basically. Maybe I might change that. So anyone can type the custom command. That would be interesting. Or helpful, that would be helpful. So, parallax.js, I don't know what it is, but we'll have it anyway. Parallax.js, if that's how you spell it. Here it is. I don't know what I'm dealing with now, so I just want the background to move nicely. Going into unknown territory. Or we can just use this. My dog is even excited to use parallaxing, which is a good thing. As you can see, there's two gradients here. This is what is going on basically. There's two gradients. That's why it looks a bit weird. There's a gradient here. Let me make it more obvious. There's a gradient here, which is the main background. In the center there's a gradient thing. And then there's one here that goes up. Okay, so how do we use this? Done. Okay, apparently that just fixes everything and works. Okay. Scene, ID scene. Interesting. Let's see what that does. Don't know what it's gonna do, to be honest. Hasn't broken anything yet. Ooh. So, I can type data depth or something. Or I can just put this on index, slide that in here. And that might do something. Which it didn't. I'll run parallax, so app component, we'll slide it in here. Okay, we actually will install it. Apparently you're a beginner if you use script tags. We're not a beginner, so there we go. Okay. So, did that work? Yes, it did work. So now we import parallax. Import parallax from parallax.js. Cool. var. They're using var. Absolute scrubs. They're using var, but there we go. I don't think that worked. Why did that not work? Because messed it up a bit. See if that works. Could work. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so we put the depth as 1, it changed the scale, seemed to. What did that do? Apparently not. I think that's just gets removed. Interesting. Oh my, okay, this idea, look at this idea. Okay, it does parallax, but look, we can see behind, we can see what everything looks like behind the scenes. Look at that. There's rockets down there. Rockets. That was not intentional. So, what we want to do is have the background actually do the parallaxing. I just want a parallaxing background, so is that a lot to ask for? Yeah. Everything is so the background is actually parallaxing, interestingly enough. Let's see if this works. Nope. Know what I'm doing. So, if I push this back, it's not going to work. Why is that not going to work? Because it just won't really. That's why. Interesting. If I just remove this data thing. And then it just messes up real good. That's okay. equals 1. Yay. Now we have that. Now we put everything in here and see if it works, see if we've made a terrible mistake, or I have. Yep. I don't even know at this point. Don't even know what all went wrong, to be honest. It's annoying me. I think this is like stupid. What I'm trying to do is pretty silly. So what we do is we go into index and we completely scrap that idea and pretend it never happened, and then uninstall this. Cool, now it's gone. And now we've undone that, but I still want parallax. I still like the idea. What did you miss? Me failing to do something. I want the background to be parallax. I think the stars would move. That would look cool. Is that necessary? Would that look cool? Do we need that? I think it would add more depth if I just slightly moved the cursor here and it like, yeah. I unbroke it now, so let's see if search wrapper, let's go in here. Just on here, just in search wrapper. So, parallax. I just want it to parallax, see how it would look. Apparently the last thing is first right here, the last priority. Okay, I don't know what this is. What? He's using like, he's using some weird function. I don't know what it is. Oh, they're using. What? Where have they got that from? Interesting. I've never actually managed to add a parallax effect. No, that isn't it. Seems to be Mission Impossible. See if it actually works. this is using jQuery, isn't it? My brain is dead at this point. My brain is lost all hope. Import from jQuery. Oh no, they're using that again. No, they're not. I'm just having Vietnam flashbacks. Okay, so that should be tween max. What's tween max? What's this alien function? What? It just magically appears. they didn't even import it. It just magic. Oh, what's this? Less hat. I don't know what less hat is. It seems to magically appear to me. I'm not even gonna use this. It's simple parallax. Let's see if this is no. I mean, it would be cool if it actually worked. That would be cool. $2D. Can you do a 2D one? Not a tilt. My dog is very excited. It's this, but it's going to use some tween max function, isn't it? Wait. Magically, my room is very hot for some reason. A dog breed, loud one that barks a lot. That's the dog breed. Loud and small. I need support. What am I doing with my life? I'm trying to add a parallax. It isn't working. Basically what it is if I move my mouse left, it slightly moves right. There's a chance I could add that in JS. But I just want to move the background, not the actual thing. It's trying to move the actual element. So, you know what we're going to say? We're going to say no for that for now. It's a good idea, but I don't know how to do it right now. I tried. Well, he had a go, so, and I didn't manage to do it. That's fine. It's a good idea. Okay. I just thought of something that's very disappointing. Okay. You see this image here, you see that. I was thinking, I don't like the idea, but we could hover over it and it would move. Do you think that would look cool? If I hovered over it. The reason I don't like it is because parallax, that's why. Data tilt, that's all you have to add and it will do that. Do you think that's a good idea? If I just add that to this thing here. Yeah, it's probably a monumental effort to watch this stream. It's probably harder than what I'm doing, to be honest. Do you think we should add like a tilt effect here? That would look cool, would it? Kinda, okay. We can even create a parallax effect. Yes. Let's see. Tilt.js. Do we have a CDN somewhere? CDN, yeah they do. Well, we'll see how it looks like, to be honest. See. And then card. jQuery is not defined. Apparently it's still. Oh. What? Oh, jQuery. We need jQuery. I guess so. I guess so. Okay, let's actually get onto what's important. Add tags. We need more tags. We need 15 more tags. Or we could do with 15 more tags. So let me get that. 4PG. Tag. Okay. We need more tags. Just tag names will do. We need tag names. I guess we can just copy some from Disboard. You can also do that. I'm just gonna do that, so let's go on to tags. Is it actually paywalled? I just got bonked. That's an F right there. Okay, we won't use SEO as a factor then. Here we go. Let's just copy their most used tags. Don't know what RP is, roleplay, probably. Yeah, we'll have 20 and then we'll get descriptions for it. So interesting. Bots, there's bots. I don't know, I'm just picking random tags to be fair. There we go. Servers. Okay. I mean, this is the English version of the implementation, so you could have EN right there, I guess, and then different languages. So I want to sort these alphabetically, so what I'm going to do is it's not it. Sort. Alphabetically ascending, I guess. That's the opposite of what we want. So we want to stringify this. So that we can copy it, but also this will be type null, and then what our indenting is, so it's 2. I mean, I could have moved it manually, but I decided to do this. Oh my, oh my. Oh my, we have double quotes here. That's it. Interesting. Okay. Now, when we refresh, we have a lot of random things. Now we can have icons. We can add icons, and then I'm going to take a break. The last break, I guess. And then we'll release the project when we're done, obviously. So anime, I'll just use an apple, so I don't know. Art. We're adding icons here. Hold on, let me test something. Thing. Okay. Apple palette. Bot. So robot. We use robot. Chat. Just chill. I don't know. Chili. Yeah, sure. Makes no sense, but there we go. Community. Community. User friends. Fortnite. Game. Just game. Gamepad. I don't know what manga is. I don't want to know, really. So I'm just going to use mango like a fruit, because it's the closest thing. Closest thing I can. It sounds like. It sounds like manga, so. Cube. Music. Music. Technology. Technology. Microchip. Touch. Microchip. Or PC. Desktop. YouTube. How many of them work? RP, that did not work. Manga, okay, Apple did not work. Art palette did not work. Palette, it's just palette. You are interesting. Fab, F-A-B. YouTube. Cool. Technology, that's all I think. There we go. Top servers, let's fix that before I leave. So, I need to make sure that everything is working. I haven't drank enough water, that's what it is. But there we go. Is it actually stopping at the correct place? Yep. So, top guilds, what is... Oh, here. That's good. That's good. Also, Pappy, I will partner you, by the way. That's the goal. Make sure you can get the domain so your life doesn't, or the server's life doesn't become a lie. It's like me naming my server google.com. You need to like sort that out probably. I mean, you're lucky no one's taken it. But we'll use glitch for now. So let me just test something actually. Beam.scss. Boom. Okay, so you see the background. I want to change the background. I think this is in styles actually. Yeah, my brain has uninstalled, by the way. So I'm only using a small... What's left? Radial gradient. So if we could remove the radial gradient up. CSS gradient. Let's make it up. You can have linear as well. See what that will look like. Very interesting, to say the least. Okay, once we get the top thing, we can... Okay, we've added the tags. Yes! Okay, I'm getting overexcited. Okay, these bump buttons, we don't need to add them, to be fair. Edit bot, vote for bot. Make sure they work, sorry. Oh, bot voting does work. Can remove that. Edit for bot. Yeah, my brain is offline right now. Okay, so we have our non-existent guild here. That is not what we want. Styles. So we're just gonna explicitly have something here. So invite, I think. Invite. Server. Invite. I think it's invite. Yeah, just invite. There we go. So now the padding is fixed. Let's see if editing works. Test. Update. Object dies. Path and then some word error. Okay, cool. So we'll fix that later. Complete docs. Homepage, top servers. Forget about them for now. Future updates. I won't add them, I don't think. Future updates. if the bot list does well, I'll consider updating the bot list. Okay. If it does well though. Claps. Okay. It's been 61 minutes. I didn't see that for some reason. Oh, I have been 61 minutes. Okay, that's interesting. So another thing. It's a very strange error here. Undefined. Uh-oh. Let me fix that before I go. Let me fix this, and then I'll go. And then there'll be a new part to this stream. I'll stop the stream because I want to take a 1 hour break. Quite a big break. I want to show you something here though. Local storage. So, basically it saves a draft of this, which makes it very easy to add things, I guess. Oh, we also need language here. Language. That might be the problem. Add guild is misleading because you can only add. Because you can only edit it. Language, we need to add that. EN. Language drop down. CSS. CodePen. Pure CSS, that is interesting. LAN. Should we add a language? Do we need to add a language here? Is that necessary? Do you think? We could add it as a tag instead. No, not tomorrow. It's nearly done. I mean, future updates, if I was to do any, then yeah. Yes, but do it later. So, future update. Future update. Let me add that. Language support. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream here, so, and then I'm gonna make a new stream. I don't really, okay. long has this been? Interesting. Okay. Yes, finally. And then I'm gonna start it up in an hour, and then finish the list. It's nearly done. Okay, so in an hour or something, we'll complete the last part of this list. I think I'll have enough rest by then, so yes. I mean, what? No, not an hour. Why not an hour? That's enough time. Okay, should be enough time. What do you mean? Do you actually want the last part to be tomorrow? I can do that if you really want. Hope. Yeah, I think it's because we've been going for like 3 hours straight. I've never done that before. 6 hours is nothing. I've sat here for like 14 hours at some point, but it's fine. I'll stop. Calm down, Dad. Tomorrow, bye. We'll